Hello everybody. I'm back with the second part of our Christmas party jewelry set tutorials, and I've got here the three components that I made from the last video. Now I'll include those instructions in this video also in the beginning. If you already done it, know how to do it, just skip over to the next part of us making a necklace out of our components. So I've brought out 4mm metallic Mardi Gras check fire polish beads, some 2x3mm crystal rondelles, and some 11O seed beads in lava red. And we've got I've got about a wingspan of fire line. We'll probably have to add more with a, I don't know, 6-inch tail, leaving enough just to sew in and make it secure. All right, and so I've got an idea of what I'm going to do, but I haven't actually put it together yet. So we'll do that together. So what we need to do first off is find the center two beads at the top of our component. So that would be, for me, these two. So we need to secure a thread. So I'm going to count back enough to where I'm going to be coming up out of that first of the two beads. So right now I'm just securing my thread, getting my thread started. I've got a stop bead to catch it, and then we'll sew the end in when we're finished. So went down, we'll go up. I'm just snaking my way to where I want to be, sewing in and out, up and down these edge beads, and I'm coming out of the left of the two center beads. Okay, now I'm going to pick up 6 11O seed beads, and I'm going to come down through that second bead on the one just right of the one the one we are coming out of. So I'm going to pull, and I'll come back up that one we started in. All right, and then one more. I came up through the one, I came up through 2. We're right angle weaving this. So there'll be 2 beads on each side of our square here. We're making squares. So that's the top 2. And then we'll come down through the side 2. All right. And then we'll pick up 6 more. And there's 6. And we're coming out on this side of this 2. We'll just needle through the opposite side of those 2 beads. We're working out of sets of 2. And so we'll go down these 2 and up through 2 on the right. Okay. Now we got to figure out how many of these we're going to need, how close, and how many of those we're going to need before we get to the center, before we connect the two. So I say, let's pick up another 6. Okay, and we're coming out the top. We're going to go in the bottom of these two on the right side, the ones we're coming out of. And we'll go through the top 2. And we'll go through this side too. Okay. Let's see. Do we want to make one more? Or do we want to put it closer? I think that would be better. So, all right. Now, all right, I accidentally stopped the video. I meant to zoom in. So we're coming out of the bottom of the 2 seed beads here on the right. We're going to be working out of the top 2 seed beads here. These seed beads, the top 2 center seed beads of this is going to be our 2 bottom seed beads. So we got to go down through this one on the left. I might have to pick it up to do it. We got to go down through this and then back up through the one right beside of it on the right. And that's our bottom 2 seed beads of a 8 seed bead square. And pull that up. All right. And then we got to pick up. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the square. We got to pick up 4 more. So pick up 4 seed beads. And come down through the top of this group of 2 on the left. Pull. Make sure they're pulled down secure, snug. Probably have to go back down through these two, or this seed bead, and back up through the one on the right to get it secured properly. Let's see, and go down through. The seed beads are really small. The holes are pretty small. And so we'll go back up through this one and the 2 on the right side. There we go. Now, no worries if they're wonky. We're going to be filling them in and making them look pretty and decorative and embellish them. We're just getting the basic structure down. All right, pick up 6 more. And then go up, oops, go up through the bottom of those group of 2 that we're coming out of on the opposite side. That. And go through the top 2. And then go through the side 2. Pull, snug, pick up 6 more. And you're coming out the bottom of that group of 2. And then jump in the top of that 2 seed beads, going the opposite way. Pull. Go through the bottom 2. And then through the side 2. Alright. Now we got to bring our third component in. Find the center 2 beads. Right there. And I'm going to pick up 4 seed beads. And we're going to go in through the right bead of that group of 2. Come up through the left. And then up through the 2 on the right side of the last component, the 2 that we're using for this component. And pull. And then we want to go through the top 2. Make sure we keep them pulled down tight. And then the bottom 2. Or the right between the right side, the two on the right side. And then we're going to make a couple more units. So pick up 6 seed beads coming out of the bottom, go down through the top of the 2 seed beads on the right of the last component. And then go down through the the bottom 2 seed beads of that component, or of that right angle weave unit. Make sure everything's cinched down tight though. And go up through the right too. Make sure you got everything sewed together right, where there's 2 on each side. Because we're going to be filling in the spaces in between. We're going to be using every part of these units, and we're going to be going back over them. I might have to switch to a smaller needle to get through these beads, size 12. And so I'm going to pick up 6 more seed beads. We're coming out the top of these 2 beads, so sewing through the bottom. And then the top 2. And then the 2 on the right. And get to that point, come back, and we'll do the next step. Okay, I didn't say we needed a wire guardian, but you know, I'm designing this as we go. It's what's I love it so much to just let our creativity flow, and for others to see. Maybe someone can learn from it or enjoy it. I enjoy watching other creators create, so I'm sure others do too. I enjoy this process. And so I picked up with one side of my wire guardian down through the next side. I thought about making a spiral rope or some kind of beaded rope for this, but And we could, once we got these wire guardians on, we could, you know, actually we could hook a chain to these wire guardians and wear it as a choker. We could sew a connector to a beaded rope and wear it that way. Lots of different things. Okay, and I went back up through to reinforce this wire guardian. And my kitty cat has got a piece of tissue paper, my hair in the background. Go back down the other side. Ouch! I just pulled myself. And then come down the side you're coming out on. Go through that side of the group of 2 seed beads that we've been working out of, the end 2 there. Alright, now that that's done, now we want to, let's see, let's pick up one 11-0 seed bead. And go through these bottom 2 seed beads. We're filling in the gaps. Let's pick up, I got a 2x3mm rondelle. I'm jumping, see there's a gap in between 2 of this square and the next 2 of the next square. We want to fill those gaps in. So let's jump over and get those 2. Make sure it slides down that little groove. And then pick up another 2x3 rondo. And this time we're going to have to, let's see, let's go down through the bottom one on the right, the 2 we worked out of. Make sure our rondelle goes down in there, slides down on the slot. We're going to put smaller beads in on the top. Go up through, let's see, the one on the left. Then we'll pick up a rondelle and we'll go into the next 2. We're coming up out of this bead on the bottom here that we were working out. We're going to jump over into the left 2 on the next bottom row and make sure it pops into place. Okay, yeah. Then we'll pick up one more And we'll jump over into the next two. Make sure it slides in place. And pick up one. And we'll go down to the one on the right, the two that we were working out of. Sorry, like I said, I'm designing on the go and I'm trying to figure this out. It's like a little puzzle. I think that's the fun of it. Let's see. Man, these beads are getting tight. They've been tight. Like I said, they're tight little beads. Small holes. I gotta get a pair of pliers. Goodness. Okay. And we're going to go up through that next one. Right beside of it. Okay, pick up one more. And go up through those two on the bottom of the next unit. And then pick up another. And go through the next two on the bottom row. Here we go. Let's slide in. And one more. Pick it up and go down through the bottom right bead on the last component. Go tight, make sure they slide down in. Go up the left bead. And just the one on the component. All right. Okay, yes, this is the last one here. And go up through the last two beads, the ones on the side. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. Oops. I went through the wrong two. Okay, that was lucky. At least I got good back out. Let's see. This two is the ones we want. Okay. So I wanted that to curve. But I'm hoping these beads weren't, they might have been a tad too big. But I'm going to try to make them work. You might want to use 11 OC beads on the bottom and 15 O's in between on the top. Might have worked better. So these are quite tight. But once I get the beads on and start embellishing, I think it'll look a lot better. And so let's take seed bead, 11 seed bead. Nope. We have to make 2 more units on this side too. So pick up 6 seed beads. And we're coming out of the top of those 2. Let's go through the bottom of those same 2 seed beads. So go up through the top 2 and down through the side 2. All right, and let's pick up 6 more. Got 6 seed beads, and go through the opposite side of the 2 that we're coming out of there on the side. And then go up through the 2 on the side. Around the bottom, and then 2 on the side. And then so let's pick up our wire guardian and go through the opposite side of the wire guardian. And then go through the opposite side of the seed beads that you're already coming out of. Okay, and then go back and reinforce and come back and we'll do the next step. well, we got to come back and put in one more crystal in the bottom row, and then we'll do the next step.